card reading, we're looking at what is toxic in your life, whether it be a family member, a friend, a love relationship, a person, a situation, someone in your work, whatever it is. We are looking at whatever what is toxic for you at this point in time. And we've got 3 cards that represent the energies of each individual reading. We've got the higher power card and the amethyst. So if you're being drawn to that, then pile 1 is your reading today. If you're being drawn to the beautiful tiger's eye and the middle card, that is your reading today, so pile 2. And if you're being drawn to the blue canite and the shark card, pile 3 is your reading, and there you're going to look at what's going on in this toxic situation. If you like pick a card readings, please subscribe to my channel. I pile 1 if you picked this beautiful amethyst point. This is your reading today. And the reading that we're doing is all about toxicity. Where is toxicity in your life? Who or what is the toxic element in your life? And for some of you, you already know that. So this is about that. Either toxic family member, friend, relationship, any sort of person, whether that be in your career or work, or is this a toxic situation? So we're really getting into whatever feels like it's really toxic in your life. We're going to go into the situation, and then we're going to look at how to sort of shake the situation or move through the situation. So first up, we're going to go to Owl, and Owl is talking to us about what I want to say is a family member, actually. Whether you are being advised by a family member about this situation, or whether this situation is about a family member, then the deception or the situation is real, and you are not misguided in that belief. While the Owl talks of wisdom, this is speaking about your own internal wisdom and trusting yourself. There is deception happening here. And it is someone you trust, because I feel like it's a family member. So if it's not a family member for you, then it's someone who you consider to be family. So if it's a very close friend who is a part of the family, you know what I mean? Like, family members for us aren't necessarily people who we are blood related to. This deception is happening in a very cold and detached way within your life. This toxicity it's like the person that is doing the toxicity to you is very removed. They don't feel any emotion, or that's perhaps how you're seeing them. So now I'm drawn to both of these cards here, because one is about the mystery, and I feel like there is an element of you not knowing why you're being deceived by the family member, but also on a bigger scale, why this toxic relationship or situation is in your life. What's it here for? What's it showing you? What are you here to learn from it? There's a lot of questions coming up. Which way do you go? This here is talking about how you feel about it. And then there's the higher power here. For me, this is you not listening to your higher power. This is why you don't know where to go. Like sometimes we've got a really toxic relationship in our lives, and we continue down the road with this relationship, whether it's a work relationship, whether it's a family member, or whether it's a close friend or a partner. We continue going down this road even when we know that we're being deceived, even when we know this is toxic for us. What your spirit guides and your spirit team want you to know is that you are not trusting in the higher power. You are believing you're being punished from whatever that situation is that you've got going on in your mind. There's a very mental aspect to this. You believe somehow that you're unworthy, that you're deserving of this situation, when that's not the case. But you're not trusting the higher power here. You're not allowing the guidance and the gifts to come through, because they don't want you to suffer in this toxic relationship anymore. And so it's about learning to allow those messages to come through, to allow that higher power to be in your life and to have that support. And here we have another angel, or an angel message, and it's around the time of the full moon. So this could be the next full moon after you're watching this video, or it could in fact be a certain full moon, and you'll know when that is, but it feels like you're being offered a gift there. The message of the card itself is about honouring your feelings. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honour my emotions. And at the time of the full moon, our emotions come up really, in our faces sometimes. And I feel for you that the next full moon after watching this video that you feel called to, it's time to offer up your feelings. It's time to offer them up to the moon, to Archangel Haniel, who is, he's very closely associated with the moon and the lunar energies. So I feel like you need to write about what's happening in this situation, this relationship. What are the toxic things? What are the things you can't put up with? What are the things you're not going to stand for? Really set it out, write it out, your feelings, and honor who you are, and ask for help from the higher power. Now this mending here, and we can see the spirit in the background, it's like spirit can help you mend this situation, but you really need to decide, and that's this mystery card here, you really need to decide if that's the way you really want to go. Because sometimes we want to force things, we want to force a situation or a relationship to be mended, when spirit is actually showing us you might be going down the wrong path. This toxicity in your life sometimes is there for you to understand and change. So we've got some more cards coming in here. We've got Boulder Opal, Dance and Rattle, and we have this card which I want to put up that way. So we have Dance and Rattle and Boulder Open, and I feel like you actually really need to shake up your own energy, and it's kind of like spirit wants to get you and give you a bit of a shake and say you're not deserving of this toxic energy, but you're allowing yourself to stay in it because you're not heeding the warnings. You're not listening to your own feelings, and your feelings are there to guide you. They're there to tell you this is not right for you. You are not going down the wrong path. You can see how this is actually in the way to stop you going down that path. It's pointing you in a different direction. Yet the card wants you to go forward. And I feel like you're feeling that way, that you need to keep going forward with this relationship, this situation, your friend, your family member, whatever it is for you. You feel like you have to keep going forward with it. You don't. There are choices in our lives, and we need to honor our feelings and listen to them. A card over here, which is Amethyst, Celestial, and Soul Awakening, and Medicine Pouch, and it's all in the reversed position because I feel like you aren't listening to your guidance. You aren't listening to the tugs at you that are to tell you, stop, you're going in the wrong direction. This deception is here to show you something. It's time to wake up. It's time to trust the higher power, that there are better things for you. It's time to trust the mystery of this situation. And the amethyst is a very spiritual stone. So this is really asking you to trust your spiritual intuition. Look at the color of this stone, and even the shapes that are involved in it. They're very, very similar. You're going through an awakening period, and this uncomfortableness, this toxicity that is in your life currently is to remind you, to wake you up, to shake you, to give you a disruption in your life, and to show you that there are people who deceive you, but that those things are to be learnt from. They're not to be. It's not about you putting yourself down because you're in this situation. I feel like there's a lot of that sort of energy for you here, which is that you believe that you're not doing something right, which is why you're being punished. And this message is not about that. You're being told that you're being too loyal to whoever this person is. Yeah, you're blindly following this person in faith. You're blindly believing that they're going to treat you better, or that this situation is going to improve. You're not learning the lessons. Now, dog is a wonderful spirit guide, and it's all about loyalty, but at this point in time you're being too loyal and not to yourself. You're not being loyal to yourself and your higher power. And the last card that I drew for you is the Tribe. And I feel like this card is explaining to you that you don't need to go into hiding because of this situation. You are part of a tribe. You are part of a bigger picture. You are accepted exactly as you are. And this toxic element in your life is for you to learn from this person. Now, there's no real cut cords with this person. There's no, get them out of your life. It's about learning the lessons from this experience, trusting that there is a mystery here for you to use on your path, on your spiritual awakening path, to trust the higher powers, to know that this is not a punishment. You are evolving. You are. I'm being really drawn to the facets, which is in this card as well. So I just want to turn it back up again. So we've got the facets of this amethyst celestial, and the facets, they're sort of showing you how it can be seen from different ways. So while something can seem really, really crap in our lives, we turn it another way and we can see that there's a gift there. Now, that's only for some of you, because some of you, you're, whatever this situation is for you, there is definitely another path to go down. But for some of you, there will be some mending and then there'll be some movement forward. But do not trust and be loyal to this person or situation, because unless they prove to you that they are not deceiving you, there are better people, there are better situations for you, and there are better tribes for you to be involved in, and trust that the higher power, that the mystery, that will lead you in the right direction. Thanks for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, share it with family and friends, subscribe to the channel for more pick a card readings like this. Hi Pile 2, this is your reading today if you picked the Tiger's Eye. Today's reading is all about what is toxic in your life, where is toxicity in your life, what is creating toxicity in your life, and you may have picked this reading because you already know that. If you're already dealing with a toxic family member, friend, relationship, person or situation, or career situation, work situation, then this is going to bring some, perspective, open it up for you, allow you to have a look at some things that are happening so that you can move forward with this situation. We've got 2 reverse cards here. We've got a lot of transformational energy, a lot of air energy coming in here. So mind as well as flight, the ideas. We've got butterfly in the reverse position. So there's a lot of transformational energy. There's a lot of things taking flight in your life, but it also may be that you're a little bit fragile, which if you're dealing with a toxic situation at work or with a family member or, love relationship, then yes, you may be feeling very fragile at the moment. So it's, taking some time to look after yourself. We're going to come back to Eagle. We have Zebra also in a reversed position, and Zebra is about being yourself and being out there in the world. And I feel like at the moment it's in the reverse position because you can't be that. So it's kind of like you as a person and as a soul, as a being, as a person in the world, you're being stifled at the moment by this toxic situation in your life. You're not allowed to fly like the eagle. However, this transformation is still happening. You are still, flying. You are still moving forward. So that's a great thing to know, that this is unstoppable for you. However, you just don't feel so great about it, which is some of the other groups, they're stuck. You don't feel so stuck. You feel like you're still moving and you've got this very, very tenacious strength about you that you're like, there's no way that anyone's stopping me. So you're very much about, you may not understand the transformation that you're going through. I'm getting a message about that. You may not understand it. You may feel like, like you're transforming like a butterfly into this person that you don't even know, and perhaps your creativity is a little bit overwhelming for you in this situation, and that could be the way you're thinking, the way you want to be. You might want to break out of a very tight, restrictive relationship where you want to be who you want to be, whether that's a work relationship or friendship, or a friendship or a love relationship or even your family. It feels like you're getting to the edges of the boundaries of where normalcy lies and you're ready to break free. So we've brought some new cards in, and this stone, I wanted to mention this before we go on, that this is a really good stone for you to help you bring in some creative ideas, help you find some really good solutions to the problems that the toxic stuff that you may be going through. It's also a stone of luck, so some great things coming in there for you. There's two cards here that have got similar tones about them. One is about dog spirit, and it's being loyal to what you love, because I think what you're being told is that, like I said, you're moving. Some of the other groups are not moving through their toxicity, not moving through this situation, whereas for you, this is about not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. There's things here that for you to keep, and I know we haven't come to Eagle yet. We're going to come back to that. It's about being loyal to what you love, and that is definitely you being loyal to yourself, but it's also finding the good things from this situation. And I feel like you have a sort of, when you look at things, normally you're able to see the positives, and here there's that bright element of you, and that's that sort of the essence of this stone as well, is to see the positives and to go with them and keep the positives. And time to collaborate. It might be that you're going to learn some skills from this situation that you're going to use for the rest of your life, and I'd say that that's definitely something that all of you will take away, skills that you'll use for the rest of your life. We're going to bring some more animal spirit in here. Raccoon. And raccoon energy is about being a generous protector. So raccoon is about, looking after other people. It is being a provider, looking after the underdog. And I don't feel like you feel like you're the underdog. So I feel like you've got a lot of your own self-confidence in this situation. I feel like, you're thrown out a bit, but you're actually still holding your own ground. There may be others around you who are being worse affected by this situation. And there may be times when you think, no, I need to look after number one. But I think you will be loyal to do others and support others with this raccoon energy coming in. The raccoon is called the little bandit, and this sort of medicine is really good to help you assist others and not get stuck into the fight yourself, but just to be really positive for yourself as well as other people. And I brought in some other animal spirit energy. I take the void cards out of this deck when I shuffle it. However, I pulled two for you. And if we look at this, the circle, 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 I feel like you're being drawn into a void. And what does that mean? There's so much possibility in the void. The void is the place of all creation. So it's like whatever creative ideas you have out of this toxic situation, you are an amazing creator. You have these skills that you don't even know you have yet. And perhaps this situation for you is the key for you to unlock it. And I feel that that's quite a strong thing for you. So the eagle is about this all-pervading transformation, whereas butterfly is undergoing great change and transformation, but there's an element of hesitancy. Whereas eagle is all-knowing. You know what you're capable of. You know that the sun is shining brightly on you. You have got this. It transforms karma. You are stronger than you think. You have this. And these cards either side of you, even though they're in the reverse, they're really strong cards for you. You've got other people's backs as well. You are loyal to people that you love. You are able to collaborate. You are able to bring from the void things you don't even understand yet. And this situation for you is actually teaching you about the resources that you have available to you. This toxic situation for you, while at times really brings you down, for you, your ability to cope with it is bringing in gifts for you. Now, we have two more cards for you, and one is restriction, and it's reversed, so I feel like you're moving forward and out of this restriction, so that's great for you. And I feel like, the other card is focus, and this is 33. This is telling me that You actually know where you are. You know why you're here. There's this arrow pointing to, yep, I'm here. I'm right in it. I am being aware. I am taking notice. You're in awareness while you're in this situation. And while this toxicity is maybe, really, it can be at times really affecting you, but most of the time your spirits are quite high. You really know who you are able to use this situation to move forward. The restriction is either over or coming to an end. You are able to pull things from a void. You have this luck that this card, this crystal brings for you. You are a person who is able to use this, that sort of self, the energy of the sun. Like it's this, you have a really good sense of self. You have a really good sense of who you are and how you're transforming. You know that this is a part of the path that you're on, and this toxicity is something for you to not push yourself through, but to learn from, to sort of take a big perspective. The eagle is great to get perspective on things. Have a good look from above, from all the different viewpoints. What are you learning? What are you learning about the people around you? Who can you help if you can, if that feels right for you? But know that this is really a little blip on your path that is teaching you so very much, and you have so many skills that you probably weren't even aware of. I love this reading for you today. Hope you have too. Please like the video, share it with family and friends, and subscribe to my channel for more videos and pick a card readings. Pile 3, if you picked the blue canite, this reading is for you about the toxicity that's happening in your life at the moment. Out of all of the 3 piles, I really need to tell you a few things straight up. And the first thing is that spirit sees what's happening. They know what's happening. You are not being forgotten, because I feel for you it's quite a heavy situation. So we have balance, the balance card, and I have to put it this way. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. At the moment, this is not your life. You are not in balance. You are completely out of balance. You are in fear. You don't know what your purpose is, and there is no, this feels like it's a real oscillation between between fear, between what your purpose is, very much about your throat chakra. I want to bring some more cards in to talk about these things a bit more. So firstly, we're going to bring in shark, and this card is bringing in the word persecution. Some of you, you'll feel that more stronger than others. For others of you, you might question that card. However, I feel like there's an element of all of you being a predator, feeling like you're hunted. This could be a situation with a family member, a friend, a relationship, a love relationship, a partnership, a career or work partnership or business partnership, any person in your life or a situation that is created or that has gone toxic. And I do feel like whether this is a real situation or whether this is how you feel about the situation, because there is an element here of equal balance of light and dark. So I feel like that this could be a perception, but we know that there's a lot of things that are out of balance. And when you're out of balance, you can go easily into fear and thinking that you're being hunted, that you're a predator, or that, that the person that you're in this situation with is a predatory type of person who wants the worst, where you might actually want this situation to be equal. We have bear, and bear is a representation of somebody who is not necessarily very experienced in whatever this situation is. So it could be that you work for somebody and they're taking advantage of you. It could be that you are being taken advantage of in another way. But bear is a little bit wide-eyed and sometimes doesn't see the whole picture. Even though the bear is, quite high in the food chain, shark is much more of a predator than bear. While bear's looking for food, bear has got this innocence and this beautiful soft nature, and I'm being told family nature. And here we have oyster. And oyster is about you. Oyster is about you shutting up your gifts, closing down, and not wanting anyone to sort of steal what you have is kind of the expressions that I'm hearing. And it's like, yes, you know, you have all these wonderful gifts, but you need to close them down, or you're being told to close them down, even just for, you know, just for a little while. We've got some more cards coming in here for you, and we've got one card here about your spiritual abundance. And at the moment, I don't feel like you can feel that. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. And when we're working in a toxic relationship, and it does feel very much like work for you here, because there's a real imbalance in this relationship. So if it's not, it could be a parent or you know, where there's a real imbalance in the relationship, and you feel like you are young because you're either starting out on something, or a young person, but what you have is this wonderful, wonderful gift that you're really frightened about sharing with people at the moment because of this toxic situation that's happening for you, and this imbalance that's happening. There's a lot of fear for you, and it's making you question your purpose in life. But what the angels want you to know is that there is an abundance here for you. Sometimes we experience these situations so that we grow, so that we step into our voice and allow our expression to come out, which is very much the blue canite. We've got hawk in also as a messenger, and omens. So I feel like what your guides are wanting you to know about this toxic situation is you're getting messages, you're getting hints, clues about how to move forward, how to, I feel like you're going to take a sidestep, okay? So instead of moving directly forward, you're going to step out of this conflict, out of this toxic relationship, and start seeing this softness. And this is more about who you are, okay? So the abundance is in you. And hawk is here to, it feels very much protect you, like feel those wings really opening up, and perhaps connecting to animal spirits for you, because I was drawn to a lot of animals. But this is also listening to the animals, listening to the spirit messages. So like, you know, if you're seeing, you know, let's say you've seen shark come up 3 times or 5 times in the last couple of days, then look up what shark means and have a look through some messages, you know, the spiritual meaning or power animal shark, whatever you want to look up, Google it, whatever, and look up what those meanings are and which one really rings true for you. Which one do you go, oh, yes, that's what's happening at the moment. But you're being guided by these subtler energies because they are actually looking after you. You may feel like you're really, you know, being fed to the lions at the moment because of what's happening. You're not to lose focus on your purpose, because this card here, this is like screaming to me, you are important, you are worthy, you have so many gifts to share with the world. Look at all that light coming out of the darkness and out of your inside, you know, what is inside you. And that's your purpose. You are, or maybe just starting out on whatever this is that you're, you know, working through at the moment. You may be young, you may not be, you may just be someone who's going into something new, and you feel like you are younger or less than some of the people around you. This last card that I've drawn for you is about self-expression, and these 2 cards, or this card and this crystal, couldn't be more linked. This is about releasing your self-expression, and you can see that this water wants to pour out. Use water to cleanse your vibration, your energy, but allow yourself to let the energies flow from your throat chakra. You might want to sing, you know, the pain that you're going through. You might want to shout, tone, yell, whatever it is, you'll find a way. It could be paint, it could be, you know, use some sort of expressive expression to get the feelings and the energies out of your body. But this, you might want to get a piece of blue canite. This is very, very important. You see this balance here. This is completely out of balance, this situation, this, and I'm going to push that down now, because you know that the whole point of this situation was to push you into a point of imbalance so you can move forward, so you can learn from it, so that you can listen to the spiritual messages to know that the most important person here is you and what you're learning from it and the gifts that you have to share. This situation, while it feels really crap for you, and I really get that, it's such a period of growth for you. Yeah, you're really moving into a period of transformation where you open up your throat. A piece of blue canite would really help you at the moment. This reading for you had some really significant messages in it that Spirit really wanted you to know. This toxic situation in your life is a very big learning step for you. The messages from Spirit are: do not give up. Focus on what you're being told. Learn from the situation and bring balance back in. Use your self-expression and know that you have these amazing gifts to share with the world. Thank you for watching today. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe and share with friends, family, and I'll see you again soon.